Stuff. We got 1 minute 50. I'll be right.
All right.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations,
when you went out there?
graphic violence,
Yeah, I
nudity,
moved down here.
strong sexual
I started
content,
JCPenney's
graphic
on
language.
March 3rd.
The show is intended
I'm
for
gonna work there
mature
until I find
audiences
something
only.
to do with my degree.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, retail.
Yeah, because where I'm from is like a really small town. So like her degree is in marketing. So there's
like community.
We're looking at like Columbus or Lexington or a bigger city.
Yeah. How far is it? Like to the nearest bigger city?
It'd be either like 2 hours.
Yeah. It's like sometimes it's cheaper to live in like a smaller town.
Everyone
commute,
thinks
but
because you're a
2
zombie,
hours.
you don't know good coffee.
That's a lot.
Well, they're
That's
wrong.
a lot. I mean, my
We have
commute right
very
now is an
active
hour each way, and it's just
It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists.
whatever.
We all love
My
a good
day's
cup of
shot.
Joe.
Like
There's only one
all
brew
the
that
time.
gets my seal of approval.
Unfortunately, I know how
Deadly
that
Grounds
is.
coffee is my
Yo-Yo
guilty
works like
Bold,
an hour away from where he
robust,
lives, but he doesn't drive,
delicious.
so he has
It's
to
coffee
train
that
to
can
work
wake
every
the
day.
dead. With over a dozen different roasts.
So you said you had to go in at
Deadly
7 on
Grounds
Sunday.
can
What time do you have
satisfy
to
the
wake
most
up?
finicky of coffee
Well,
addicts.
the fun thing is there's no trains
aroma
running
is so
at that
enticing.
time.
It
So
brings all of my
I have
neighbors
to
out
take
of
an
the
Uber.
woodwork.
What? How much is that going to be?
I'm
Coffee to die
hoping less
for
than 50.
and zombie approved. It's good to get a little.
Hopefully, it's worth it.
10 seconds.
I'll let you know how much I'm making after.
Okay.
Use the front door! Oh, they're so
We should start the show with you just telling everyone how much you make.
All
about your social security number.
Yeah, here we are. We are now live for another episode of The Wicked Horror Show, powered by the Dorkening Podcast Network. And we're going to have an awesomely deranged episode today. With us today, we have Kevin.
What's going on, everybody?
Yo.
Hey, everybody.
Tony.
What is going on, people?
And Tony, would you like to introduce our guests?
Sure. We've had them on, this third or fourth time? I think we had Destiny and Tristan on from Deranged Mind Entertainment. We've had them on for before their first movie came out, and when their movie came out, now right before their second feature, Inverted. So Tristan and Destiny, how are you?
Pretty
We're
good.
great.
Doing great. Yeah.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, definitely. So we had you on, like I said, the first time you guys were making Red Eye, like right in the making of it, and then right after the movie came out, we had you on. Now with Inverted, that's the movie we're going to be talking about. Was it a little bit easier of a task now that you had, your first feature film under your belt, or was it a whole new monster? Or
we kind of knew what to expect. I feel like with some things, like we knew what to expect with how long it would take to like get to a location, set up, shoot a scene, so we could schedule better. I know that was a little bit easier.
I think the biggest challenge was just the large production part of it. I mean,
a lot of cast.
We had a lot more people. Yeah, with Red Eye, we go from 5 main cast members, to 9 main consistent cast members throughout the film that you're working with every day. Plus, we had up to 13 people on a set just for talent on this film. So that was very challenging to get, a lot of passionate people involved and really talented people involved. So that was super challenging. And just the scale of the film is so much bigger. So that's where the challenge was.
Do you want to maybe talk I think you guys, maybe the last time you were on, I think you talked a bit about the idea for Inverted. I think either that or I'm just connecting things in my brain because I follow you guys on Instagram as well. So it's I see the stories and I'm like, what's that, Leo?
No, actually, I was just going to say we got a bunch of people in the chat room. Want to let everybody know that we do have a scene you guys sent us. We're not going to show it right now. We'll show it a little later in the show. But I want to let everybody definitely stick around. We'll be showing a scene exclusively here on this episode.
A rough cut scene, right? Yeah. It's not a polished. It's a rough cut. So just give you a little taste.
So it's even more exclusive.
Exactly. So. Yeah, like I was saying, I think you guys had mentioned this in the past because I remember you guys talking about trying to find wardrobe and stuff and going to thrift stores and trying to find wardrobe. It takes place in the 70s, right?
Yeah, and I mean, this film, we had talked about it for probably quite some time. Some people are probably tired of us talking about it, but I mean, it took us 3 complete years to get it from script to film. As we tried to film it 2 times last year, and we weren't able to both of those times, and we had to postpone it until this year, 2019. Sorry, New Year now. But so it was really challenging because we lost a lot of our budget, and we had to rework the script. But I think it reworked with us just growing as people, and those delays only improved the film, only improved the script, and only improved the result. But that was the biggest, for sure, challenge.
So is the film it's completely filmed now? You guys are just in post-production?
Yes, we're in post-production now. Yeah,
that's awesome. And I was looking on the IMDb, and there's definitely with Red Eye. I definitely want to get back into Red Eye too. But with Red Eye, you had Jessica Cameron. And
Heather Dorff.
Heather Dorff. And with this one, right away, I go and the first picture is of Suze Lanier.
Yes.
So how did that all come to be?
Well, we were looking for an Alma Fiennes, which is our cult leader in Inverted, and we needed somebody that was very, powerful and very. Just from the 70s.
Somebody that had a stamp in horror in that time period.
So I was watching, it wasn't even a movie that she was actually in, but I was watching The Hills Have Eyes 2 for the first time, the original. And I was like, I wonder what, everybody's doing, what everybody's been up to, because I've not had any honors of meeting any of the original cast members except Dee Wallace. But, so I was looking on Facebook, looking to see where everybody was and how everybody's doing and stuff. And I came across Suze and I was like, all right. I just, it was just an idea. And it was really, really late at night. And I had sent her a friend request and she accepted it immediately. And I got that good feeling. And I was like, you know what? Destiny was asleep. I sent the message. I was like, I don't know if this will be good. I don't know what will happen. And she messaged back, and she was really interested, and it just took off from there. But yeah, it was an absolute honor working with her. She was incredible. I love her to death.
Yeah, she's. We had her on the show once before, and she's a total sweetheart. And I'm happy to see her doing some stuff too, because she's in stuff, but it's not as much as I would like to see her in it.
Yes, yeah. For sure. And Alma finds her character in the film is just. It's great because it's what as a horror fan I would love to see her in this role, and that's why I'm so excited that it's her.
Yeah, that's a big get for sure. Is there anyone else in the cast that you've worked with before, or is it all new people?
Everybody. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure everybody's pretty new.
Yeah. I can think of off the bat.
Yeah.
I think everybody is.
Yeah. The guy that played the Goat Man in our promotional teaser, he's the only one that's actually like in the final film.
Yeah, that we knew prior.
That we knew.
And then what's her? Is it Myra or May? What?
Maria Olsen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's spelled differently. But I've seen her in a bunch of stuff. We actually had there's a documentary that came out about a kid with special needs that like are actually a group of friends with special needs that were making a film for their friend who had passed, trying to get the film made, and she's in it because they got her for the film, and like she's intense. Like for real, she knows what's up. It must have been an experience too, because she's been in a bunch of stuff. Like she's no stranger.
No. And she came in for a day, and whoo, she killed it. I mean, like it's incredible, and she's intense, like you said, and it just comes naturally. She just boom. She knows her shit, and she just goes and kills it.
Yeah, she was great.
She was amazing to watch and just work with.
Nice. So what is I'm sorry, Tony, were you saying something?
No, I was gonna say I'm guessing having, the star quality of, Suze Lanier, and it might just make it, well, I don't know, but did it make it a little bit easier of a time knowing you have, people that know what they're doing? Did it make it a little bit easier, or
you want to answer first?
I understand that, but kind of like it gave us more anxiety because we wanted to impress them, and we didn't want them to like have a bad taste to go back and talk to whoever else. Yeah,
you just
we want them to have a good experience and come back and want to work with us again.
Yeah.
I'll definitely agree with that. I remember days leading up to working with Maria and Suze, and
it was just a lot of anxiety, and like everything has to be perfect, and like everything has to be ready to go. Like professional.
Yeah, I wanted it just to be, because it's something that we both care about so much, and it's something that we want to do for the rest of our lives. I know we both do, but you want to make sure everybody you work with goes back and there's something to say, especially someone of that stature. I mean, you definitely want them to have something good to say. So
totally, yeah. I mean,
but it was
because the thing is too is like she, like one of her, I mean, I'm sure she probably told you, but like one of her best friends is Michael Berryman. So like they talk like all the time to go out to lunch or whatever. So it's like that's the thing is like you have an in with someone like Michael Berryman now. So like good experience. Now you could be like, hey, Sue, get Michael on the phone for me. Like I don't know, running like a tight show and like running it well, that's gonna do nothing but help you. But the fact is too, like that on that one scene that I saw, like everyone was acting their ass off in it. Like it wasn't like it was just quality. So that's a plus right there too. It seems like
I do want to mention our like main cast, Jeremy, Jen, Casey, and Hannah and Brian. I mean, they're all super incredible, and something I wanted to do with this film is not reuse the same actors that some other independent filmmakers are doing. I wanted to bring fresh actors and faces and talent to the film scene and really get new talent out there and allow them to take that role and just grab by the balls and have it. You know what I mean? And the talent that we had gathered up for this film is just
really great.
Oh my God, phenomenal. Their performances are just, I can't wait. They're just incredible, and I hope they get all the recognition they deserve.
Now, with not working with them, did you have open casting calls, or how'd that work to get everybody?
Yes, we had a lot of, we did casting calls on IMDb, we did backstage, we did, Facebook, we were all over social media, just trying to find, new talent and just fresh faces.
So it seems like it worked out for you. What's the estimated release time? I know it's probably a loaded question because it could change at any minute, but
absolutely, yeah. Hopefully later this year. Hopefully, I mean, there's definitely going to be screenings later this year.
Absolutely.
For a physical release. That is all up in the air. Learn that with Red Eye.
Well, yeah, but still, like you got a decent release, I think, especially for a first time feature. You know, people could see it. Like it was something that was findable. You know.
Yeah.
So I actually want to touch on that a bit. Like how was that for you guys? Like, is you put all this time and energy into Red Eye to actually see it get done, and then, you know, I mean, I know for me, and I know from a bunch of other people, like people really liked it. So that's, I don't know. Then I would be a mess if that was the case, considering that you're gonna be coming up with another movie. So it's like, oh, great. I don't want to let them down, you know, the sophomore slump kind of thing. But so yeah, what was that like for you guys? Like to see people actually digging your movie?
Crazy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's incredible.
Unbelievable, surreal, but really awesome because we just create stuff that like we would like to see. Mm-hmm. So like if other people like it, that's just a really awesome, humbling, great feeling. I don't know.
It's like it's you know it's an experience because we know that we like it.
Yeah.
And if you like it, then it's kind of like there's
like
that
connection.
Like, hey, we vibe together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a vibe that you can, and that's with Inverted. I hope that we have that because we wanted a film like this, and so we did it, and we hope that we bring a lot more people that we can know and connect to, and with the film and through the films that we do.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't even imagine. And then the fact that like I know that there's a scene that's cut, and I got to see that scene, so I was like, all right, I'm good. I saw that scene. And I think I made Heather like blush or something when I brought it up, but it is what it is.
I mean, it's okay. It got cut. It is what it is.
Yeah. Like legit though, I was like, oh, that. I mean, the movie's good enough as it is, but like that scene, I was like, whoa, like that's rough right there. And then it's just like, oh, okay, whatever. It's not in there now, but I can get it. I can understand that. You know, especially if you're looking for distribution. You know, that's a little tougher there, but yeah.
So with the story of Red Eye, I know Destiny had I guess came up with the story or knew about it. Who did you two come together for Inverted to come up with the story, or did one of you have the story as well, or how'd that come to be?
The story. Like, the main story kind of just popped into my head. I think I was a sophomore in college, I believe. And I was in a New Testament class because I went to a Christian college, so they, like, required me to do that for my degree. So he was talking about, like, Revelation and, like, Jesus coming back and, like, Satan fighting and stuff. And I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And it kind of just popped an idea and story into my head, like about a cult, and the reason why they're trying to build up their cult is because they want Satan to win whenever he comes back to fight against Jesus in the second coming, because that's what it says in the Bible. So I was like, wow, that'd make a really interesting film, and I've always wanted to make a really gritty, nasty, brutal, satanic film. So
that's we
how
knew
it kind of came about.
Yeah, we knew we wanted to do a very women-driven film that was very satanic and cultic, and then she had that class, and it just all kind of clicked, and then it went after that, and one thing led to another, and
So when you guys made Red Eye, you were still in college, right?
We were in high school.
Oh,
we were seniors in high school, about to graduate.
I was gonna say, like, so did they play Red Eye at your college? And how did the priests take it? I'm assuming they didn't. But I have this religion class. Hey, look at this.
It did win an award. The trailer did at her college.
Yeah, they had in the communications department, we had a video award ceremony, and I submitted the trailer, and I won a little award for it. So they like that.
That's cool. Yeah, but it's at the same time too. It's like you got a movie that was released.
Yeah.
So no matter how many awards they give you or don't, they didn't get a movie released. You guys did. So there's that.
Yeah.
I think Kevin harped on it many a times how, having independent film, I mean, you guys are how much younger than we are, and you guys made a film, and it opens a door for so many other directors and people who want to do something like this. So I mean, you might be the next crop of definitely are the next crop of great directors and stuff. So
and just so you know, I'm not blowing smoke or whatever, but I was asked by another podcast to come up with a top 20 of the decade, and you guys were in there. So I'm just saying.
Oh, that's so cool.
But I was in there, and I put my reasoning is because first time filmmakers, and they killed it, and it makes me like happy that there's like a whole new generation of like awesome that's coming to come. So yeah, you guys are on my list. I think you guys were right in the middle too. It wasn't like you were like last. It was like right in the middle. So
thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So we're talking about how young you guys were making a movie, and a lot of filmmakers create content in high school and everything. But to look at what you created, not only like your first movie right out of the gate is just friggin' phenomenal. So we do have a trailer you sent us for Inverted. Would you guys like to introduce the trailer?
Absolutely. You're about to watch the teaser trailer for our second feature film, Inverted.
Okay, here we go.
We recruit the best to serve our
54
father,
seconds.
to ensure his victory in the
So
fight
on that other
of war.
podcast, like
Our kind is
like
among
top
thousands
movies
across
of
the
the decade,
You're
and I
now
was like,
cordially
everyone's
invited
gonna pick all of like
to
the
become
big
our
like
newest
commercial
member.
success horror movies.
Well,
That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, my whole list was like mostly independent. I think the only movie that wasn't like kind of low budget was probably like Hereditary. But everything else was just like, next to that was probably
into Hell's Army.
or something. But yeah.
Just a heads up, there is a audio issue. Apparently, they can still hear us.
Okay. I'm not saying anything bad.
No, I know. Just giving you a heads up.
I'm just saying I wanted to have it be more independent. It's like, that's what I watch. That's what we
Rise and shine, my
We're all about the big
sinners.
budgets.
When Father Evil starts his
Yeah, I'm
day,
gonna have to
he gets a little
rebuild
deadly.
scenes.
Deadly
here.
Grounds coffee has the
For
richest,
some reason,
smoothest
your
flavor
camera
you'll
shot
find
is like
anywhere.
a layer underneath as well.
It's sinfully delicious.
It's something with Wirecast.
Once you go
straight
deadly,
up, so I'm gonna
you
have to
never go
rebuild
back.
for the next show.
Order yours at getdeadly.com.
Cool.
Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Talking my phone.
Okay.
Okay, 5 seconds.
I shouldn't make my fart joke then.
Nope, not at all. I apologize for the audio issues. I'll get that straightened out before the next show, which is actually tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. I also apologize because I don't shut up, so I apologize.
Yeah, that's okay. It's known. I want to let everybody know, if you have any questions, please post them in the chat room, and I'll try to get to them as best as I can. And also, if you want to learn more about these two awesome people, check the show notes down below or up above, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. And I got a ton of links, ton of information there about Deranged Minds Entertainment. Loving it.
Loving it.
I thought something else was coming up. You held it so long. I was like, okay.
So I know like you came up with a story in this religion class or whatever it was. I don't remember what you said. I was just like baffled that you went to a religious school. I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know. Was there any other inspiration? I know you guys. Did you pull any inspiration from like any of filmmakers that you're fans of for this one?
What do you think?
I don't know. I want to say yes, but I want to also
more
say
of like
no.
the style. Do you think
because
it's like inspired from anything?
I mean, there's some things that was inspired from me directing.
Yeah, like
how George Romero shot Night of the Living Dead. There's a little few homages throughout the film.
Oh yeah.
And always Rob Zombie's an influence, but I really wanted to.
I was about to say, I know Destiny was a big Rob Zombie fan. So did you pull anything from what was that? The one that Lords of Salem.
Yeah. Just being like brutal. Like I just always want more blood and more guts, and I just want everything. As long as it looks realistic, I want it shown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, how gory is this one? Like how brutal is it?
Definitely more gory and brutal than Red Eye for sure. 100,000%.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, we
sure.
definitely wanted to make that a goal, and I mean, with the film and the story,
and it starts off a lot faster too, with like a lot more killing. Like I think four people die like within a very short amount of time.
Yeah, we did get a call from our editor, and he's like, "Well, 10 minutes in, 4 people have died." And then I can't say what the other part is because it's a spoiler. And then, and then he's like, and then you guys, there's a sex scene, and it's between 2 females. And yeah, that's all in the first 10 minutes. And I'm like, perfect. Because everybody, well, not everybody, a lot of people had a problem in Red Eye with how slow things started.
Because it was just like a lot of character development, and we didn't really start off with like a kill.
It didn't make sense
scene.
to.
Yeah.
Once you got to the end of the film, it didn't make sense why there would be an opening kill. There doesn't make sense why there would be a lot of sex, drugs, anything like that. So, I mean, the first 3 minutes, film festivals, hopefully it catches... Well, I mean, I'm not going to be submitting to a lot. But, I mean, hopefully it'll snag their attention. And,
I don't know. I'm a fan of character development. So
Yeah, I'm usually...
As long as there's some in there. Like, I don't want it to just be, like, splatter and sex, like, the whole time. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Correct. There still needs to be a story, and that's why we didn't stray away from Red Eye putting that in there, because it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think especially with Red Eye, I think it moved perfectly. Plus, at that point in time, you need some kind of... Because at that point in time, it's like, oh, okay, that person died. Oh, well... You have to have some kind of development, so I can either be like upset that the person died or happy that the person died. Because
for a horror fan, that's like, maybe like if they're going to a festival or it's being screened at a con or something, then I'm like, great, I got to listen to people talk for 30 minutes first. Like now, it's just like, oh shit, this happened. What's up with that dude? Or what's up with that girl? I want to find out what's going on, and then, So I mean, I get it.
Want to care about the people on the screen a bit more before things like that happen. Like personally, so I personally enjoy that.
If it's like a Tarantino thing where they die first, then you figure out the whole story.
Yeah,
he's bounce around a bunch. Yeah, Vincent Vega in like pajamas or something. I don't know.
Just want to catch up on the comments here. A lot of comments in both on YouTube. Well, YouTube. Wolfie says, "Leo, they can hear you." Yes, I know, Wolfie. Jack Shipley says, "Hello, everybody." Angela wants to know, was curious, what location did you film at?
We shot Inverted in Rising Sun, Indiana. So just about an hour south of Indiana, I believe, or not Indiana. Indianapolis. I'm sorry.
No.
Nah.
It was really hot. I think we filmed during a heat wave.
We did, yeah. It was like 116.
Oof.
That's the hot, and we were in this house that had no air conditioning.
Yeah, and you got to turn all the fans and everything off whenever you film, so it's like sweat rolls.
All of that in the film is real.
It looks good though, yeah.
Yeah, but just like with Texas Chainsaw, like it was really like gross. And like the food was rotting on the plate in front of them, like it was that hot. So you get more grossness out of that.
And I'm sure you planned that. You're like, let me just find the hottest spot with no air conditioning, and perfect.
How did you find the location? Because it's not really around where you guys are, right?
We actually went through so many locations, and we went through people saying, yes, you can have it, to actually, no, we're going to tear it down before you can even use it. Or, yes, you can have it, but you're going to, you can have it and no rates, but then they'll come back 2 weeks later and be like, we need $700 every day. And so it was a run around with it, and we were 2 months out from production. And I had lost, or I don't know what was going on, but I was looking for a cinema photographer, and I had come across someone that I have known, a filmmaker friend of mine, Torrey Jones, and he had referred me to Roman Josart, and he is a filmmaker, producer of
Indiana-based.
Yeah, Indiana-based from Studio 605. And honestly, Inverted would not have been made right now if it wasn't for him. So a lot of credit is due to him, and he did find us amazing locations, including the house, which was like his friend's mom's friend's friend, something like that. So it just all came together, and as soon as I met Roman, it just like all just unfolded in a good way.
Speaking of Roman, he is in the chat room. He's made a couple comments as well. Says record heat wave. Says what's up, party people? The teaser looks hella good, y'all. Can't wait to see it. And yes, can still hear you guys.
So what did everybody say it? Like, did they hear both at the same time?
How'd that work? Yeah. I fixed the issue. I found the layer that Kevin was
jibber jabbering over.
Yeah, I found a layer for some reason you were copied over, and you infested that layer. So, I cleared it.
I can't believe you did that.
Just little Kevin faces.
It is what it is. But yeah, so getting involved with people like Suze, how long did you have her on set, and how did she handle the heat wave?
Actually, we had her on for 2 days. We had her on set for 2 days, and there was a lot of adjusting that had to be done, not for her, but just for the film and the script, with locations. We had a perfect location and found out that it was
infested with wolf spiders.
Wolf spiders, correct.
Like, there were, like, not filming there.
So we had to find another location, and then we were like, you know what? What about the basement at our Airbnb? It's air conditioned. It's clean. It's a basement.
Yeah, it's just like dusty.
It's not gonna, screw up any allergies. It's not gonna, she's gonna be happy because, everything's here. Food, the location, bathroom, where she needs to go. Everything's in one
spiders.
Yeah.
Zero wolf spiders.
We took the basement of this person's house and completely
brought down props and kind of like made it Alma Fine's lair.
So we adjusted to that, because independent
and it just
filmmaking.
Worked. Yeah, it worked, and it looks really good.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
While you were talking about wolf spiders, my dog came over and licked my hand, and I almost had a heart attack. I just I hate spiders. I hate them.
Me too.
Oh my god. Oh, I mean, that would have added to the real terror of the movie.
For sure. Oh my god.
Like giving her lines, and she's just like, oh my god.
Can you imagine?
Oh no.
Now that's the next movie. A spider attack movie.
Yeah.
Go right back to that house.
All the spiders join together to just make one giant spider.
Like Critter's ball, but it's like a spider ball.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
I just scared the shit out of myself.
Never mind. Thanks, Tom.
It's like, oh, great, nightmare fuel.
I'm not going to go to sleep now. I'm just going to imagine a big spider ball rolling around.
I know you're working on this one still. You're hoping to get it released this year. You already have an idea for the next thing?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'd say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have to do with wolf spiders?
No.
It's very unexpected. We can't say much because we don't know if we're doing it.
Yeah, I don't want to say it and then we're like, ooh, this is better for the next thing. But we have an idea.
Rom-com, right? Rom-com?
No, it is horror. It is it's along those lines. Just a more mature approach to our storytelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I guess would be a good way to put it.
So before we get too late into the episode, we do have the scene that you sent us. Would you like to play it now?
Absolutely, yes. I would love to.
Okay, and while we get ready to play that, I want you to think about, a couple pieces of advice that you would like to give aspiring film creators, maybe something on distribution or some other hurdles that you've managed to get over, because you guys, you're absolutely killing it. So, any information you can share to help inspire others would be awesome. But would you like to introduce the scene?
Yeah. You want to do it this time?
Yeah, sure. This is a never before scene. This is the first scene we've ever released from Inverted to be seen, like a cut from the film,
real
right?
chunk, yeah.
Yeah. And it's very rough, so don't be too judgy, but we really hope you enjoy it.
Here we go.
And I'll shut up.
What do you think you're doing?
This is not going to be my
Bullshit. They need us to fight for their bad assy trippy bullshit. Just play along.
Play along? I just saw somebody's brains get splattered all over the place out there. This isn't a game.
Oh, what a priest.
You can't do this. They will kill us and find others.
She's right. There's 4 of us and 3 of them.
And what about the army of axe-wielding maniacs? You fucking dumb!
Guess it's time for all 3 of you to cowboy up then.
And who's he? John fucking Wayne now. There has to be a better way.
Just untie her and we'll fight back.
Please, you can't do this. You can't do this. I know a way out. I know a way out. I have 2 daughters. You can't do this.
Is he an us or her? Just do it!
Please, Bethany, whenever they need me, you can't do this.
Look at what you're doing.
There's no time to look. This is basic instinct.
Motherfucker!
There we go. The scene is called Basic Instinct.
Like the other movie. One's uncrossing and crossing their legs in this one, though.
No, not joyful.
I don't know. That was just a bad pun or joke. But anyways, yeah. So, how I know again, I'm just asking questions about a movie that's not completed yet, but regular running time, is it going to be like an hour and a half, or what are you looking at?
It was over that, right?
Right now it's at 120, but there's no credits. There's nothing right now. So
any scenes that you may have to cut out? No, I want to see him first, please.
Well, we're really gonna have to find distribution that will allow everything, because if they do cut it, this film will be 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
That's really not even joking.
Yeah, remember that whole 10 minutes in thing? Yeah, that's gone. So
yeah, I mean the whole chunk is gone. So yeah, we're gonna have to find. I have someone in mind. Someone did say if you get it made, we'll take it. So hopefully that offer stands.
Nice.
I will be hitting them back up soon, but there it would be a great opportunity. So, but it's definitely gonna we're gonna have to find somebody that is nice enough.
Yeah.
That is nice. Treats an artist for what they create and doesn't try to change their art.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm just saying Heather Dorf scene. I'm just saying I should have been in there. But you can put it in this one. Just randomly
playing on the TV in the background.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Ashley Bunch says love it. Dixie Gers says yes. And Roman says that camera and editing though.
That's what I'm talking about. That camera and editing. Wow.
Totally.
So, have you guys thought about the question that Leo asked before about giving advice to filmmakers?
Yeah. My biggest piece of advice would be just make sure that it's what you want to do, because it's really hard and takes a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of passion. A lot of people's going to say it sucks and tell you that you suck. But if you really love it and you really want to do it, I feel like it's worth it, and you're going to have fun trying to do it and writing your script and making your movie. So if you really want to do it, do it.
Yep. And yeah, I'll add on to that because I agree with that. definitely just, keep creating, and really have fun with it. Make that the number one thing. Don't do anything else somebody else wants you to do. Don't do it because, this person wants you to do it, and don't take no for an answer. Be persistent, with your film, and really just make it happen. Because, I mean, like, if we did it, just saying, if we did it, you guys can do it.
People are making
Anyone
movies
can.
on iPhones, so go get an iPhone. There's your camera. Make your movie.
iPhone
Literally.
11 shoots in 4K, so
yeah.
there's as long as you're in it for the right reasons and you're doing it because you love it, you'll flourish in it. There's no doubt about it.
I saw like a fairly like decent movie that was filmed on an iPhone.
Well, Unsane, that was all on the iPhone.
Yep.
So at
Before
that
that,
point,
11, I believe. So
yeah.
But, I mean, I did see pictures of the rig, and it was hooked up with like other stuff, but the guts of it was the iPhone, which is still pretty great. And plus, one of my favorite stand-up comics is in that movie. So whatever, it is what it is.
But going to Destiny, talking about what Destiny said, people telling you, watching a movie, just think there's movies out there worth 100 times as much as you're making, and they say the same thing. The movie sucks and all this stuff. So you can't always go by, especially nowadays. We've had so many people, talk about their movie. You can't go by the critics nowadays with all these people that are automatically now movie reviewers and tell you, because at that point in time you'd probably never make another movie if you listen to everyone that said it. But I know with Red Eye, I see it all over the place. I go through Instagram. People are still showing it off. So, I mean, you must be doing something right. If it was that bad, I don't think I'd see it at all. So, I know you probably have a gigantic following with that. So,
well, one thing is they're doing it for the love and passion, exactly what they said, where a lot of people, they're making the film for like a paycheck, they're going to spit something out just so that they have a distributor that will get it out. But you guys, you love what you do and your passion is bleeding through. Roman says, heading back to set, great seeing and hearing you guys. Thanks for the shout out. I had a blast making Inverted and can't wait to work with you two again.
See you, Roman. You'll be working with us sooner than you think.
Well, that's good. So I'm guessing, like you said, you don't want to say anything, but saying something, it might be one of the hidden gems where it's just like, okay, we made a movie, you didn't know about it.
That would be so cool.
Now.
I would love to do that.
It's like the Adam Green thing with Victor Crowley.
We already made the movie. Just so you know, it's getting released tomorrow. So
that would be so cool.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. So you guys should literally go from, you made, a new age slasher. Now you're making, a callback to the 70s. You should just go like by decades. Have like maybe an 80s slasher. Red Eye was more of the
modern
new age. But now, you get 80s, throw a little 90s. What was big in the 90s at that point in time? Not really slashers.
Hair was big in the 90s.
Okay, well, make a killer hair style.
Yeah. Killer bouffants. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I don't know. Be curious what else you guys pull out of your little magic something. I don't know. I'm curious. I definitely. I mean, obviously, I'm a fan, so I'm gonna keep an eye on whatever you do, anyways. But I'm just hopefully because it is a curse with independent films and with film festivals and with distribution. Sometimes movies are done and they sit there for years. So that's why I was glad I got to see Red Eye come out so quickly. And hopefully it's the same case with this one where it's not tied up forever.
Yeah. See, I don't know, because I mean, just as soon as we get it to the part where we want to, I think that's really all it is. It's just us, really. It's just me, Destiny, and Roman, and us wanting to get it as good as possible. And with this film, I've already said I'm not releasing it until it's 100% what we want. I don't want it to be released because a backer wants it sooner. I don't want it released because so-and-so wants to get it out for their demo reel or whatever. I want it to be strong. I want it to be good. And it is a film that we're proud of. So That's the only thing that's going to take time.
Yeah. Well, what I mean part of that too is like I want you guys to be happy with the movie, but when there's talking about like Jessica Cameron earlier, she's got how many things that are just like never, she's like, oh, it's coming, and it just hasn't been coming. Like I'm just like, God damn it! Like I want to see it. It sounds so good. I just want to see it.
That's why we like as fans we hate that so much because we're like we want it, and so as fans we know how that is. So we're like we gotta, and we know people get bored extremely quick. So we want to get it out.
And then there's, it's unfortunate too because sometimes someone may be like, kind of like the first one to show up and have like a different take on something. The next thing you know, a billion movies just like it are coming out, and it's like, great. Now I'm going to be mixing the shuffle, even though mine was done 2 years ago. Just been sitting there, It's like, I don't know. It kind of sucks, but I don't get it. But I mean, that's the one good thing about like doing the show is we get to see or hear about a lot of these movies before it happens, and it's like. I'll be like, oh yeah, that movie was better when it was this 2 years beforehand, or whatever. Like, and people are just like, you're crazy, stop talking to me, and they're right. So
now you said you were doing the film. Now I lost my jacket. Film festivals and stuff. Are you going to do any like conventions? Like, did you do like a run of conventions for Red Eye or anything? Or
Red Eye received a lot of festival rejections, and I think that came from just a lot of people turning it off, not giving it a try, or just some festivals, they just don't get around to it. Mm-hmm. And we did see a really big negative in how much money we lost. And with Inverted, we're going to be really extremely picky with what we do and where it goes, and I would love for it to get out as much as we possibly can, but we probably won't be submitting it to as many film festivals and going that route with it. But we do have something up our sleeves for a fun little release that's different than any other filmmaker that has done with their film. So hopefully we can pull that off.
And yeah, once word is out that it's done and your guys are doing that circuit, there's smaller independent ones that we maybe even like be able to help you guys get into or whatever, like in this area. So this is that up in Massachusetts and New England. So
and Buffalo.
Buffalo Dreams Fantastic Film Festival is a really good time, and that's up in Buffalo, New York, obviously. But cool. Yeah, that's a good one, and Greg Lamberson runs that one. I don't know. Do you guys ever see Slime City or Slime City Massacre? No. Oh, if you ever check him out, he's the director of those movies. And also, didn't he do Killer Rack? He did Killer Rack too, right?
Killer Rack. Yep.
And, boom! I kill people.
Yes.
It's actually really good though.
It could have went well with The Hair That Kills People.
That's true. Yeah.
Double feature at the drive-in.
It's like each movie is about a different body part that kills people, and you just put it on a person.
Yeah.
Like May. It's like a movie made like May. I don't know.
They still need to make a Blu-ray of that movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna stop talking about it.
Now, again, I lost my track of thought. Horrible today. But do you see yourself, like you said, from Red Eye to this one, you didn't work with anybody, like you have all new actors. If you do make another feature, are you gonna try to incorporate anybody from this film, or are you gonna go the same route of getting a whole new crop of actors and actresses and stuff like that? Or
I think it's gonna be a mix of both, because there was some really, really great talent on Inverted that we would love to work with again, and just
because once you find somebody that you vibe really well with and does a great job and has the passion, you really want to have them back. So yeah, I could say some people from Inverted definitely would be considered for the next one.
In Destiny, I know you've done some acting besides the movies that you've made. You've also acted in some other films as well. Is that still like happening, or are you focusing more on the actual like production part as well?
It's moved more to like writing and producing with Deranged Minds and more focusing on that. Like I like acting, and if there was like a cool role, like I wouldn't not read the script, but I'm definitely focusing more on like producing and writing.
Yeah, getting the production company side of it's going at the same time. But yeah, because I mean, we saw you in a couple. There was a short you did, and then there was what was that movie? It was kind of like a camp movie.
No, you had Party Night.
Yeah, Party Night.
Yeah. Mm.
So nothing since then, just your own stuff.
That one, The Haunting of Mia Moss, but I don't know like when that's coming out. I think that's like it. No, I think that's all. Yeah, and then just like our stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say too, like, how cool is it to? I mean, I don't know. I just in my head these scenarios like so. I don't want to say where you work, but you have a job that you're around people, and do they know what you do? Like, do the people
where I did live before I moved here, like some people at work did. They'll be like, "Oh, how's the movie coming?" I'm like, "Good," like editing it or going to like film something else. I just don't think they like understand like that it like actually looks good, and I'm not just like doing it in my backyard. You know what I mean?
Backyard wrestling, like that.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Like it's actually like a thing, and it's like I actually put a lot of work into it. But yeah.
I don't know. That's it. Just seems like I can't imagine like being at work and be like, yeah, this person does movies. Like, oh, let me check it out. Be like, holy shit! Like this person, what? Like I don't know.
I know, I would too. I'd be like, what the heck? I need to be their friend. Because, like, if it was me, being me, just, like, that would be something I could vibe with. And
for sure.
I don't know. They do. I get the same thing. They just don't
take it seriously.
Okay.
Yeah. You do. Okay. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Yo, okay.
You start hanging in the break room and then.
So annoying.
Yeah, it's like, huh, what's on channel 3? And just put it in a DVD and be like, oh, look at that. It's me getting murdered. Whatever. Here's the cutscene from Red Eye, everyone. You get fired from your job.
In the chat room, Carlo J. Baberi III says, this is going back to a conversation a couple minutes ago. I know all the crews in Massachusetts. I live there. And yeah. Very cool.
Have we seen you at cons, possibly? Well, I'll wait for an answer.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We don't have to wait.
And Dixie Gears says, I think The Haunting of Mia Moss will be out this summer or later this year.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's another one to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing to write down on my little notebook of movies I want to definitely check out.
I'm sure Destiny will post about it when it comes out.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to see it. See what.
You shot that 4 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time
I just
ago.
realized it was 4 years ago when she shot.
That's crazy.
That was right after Red Eye.
Yeah.
That was 4 years ago. Red Eye was done. When did Red Eye come out? How long has it been since it came out?
Since it came out 2 years. We shot it back in 2016.
It came out in 2017.
Yeah.
Time sucks. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Time sucks.
It's crazy how it just
doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop, but it's just like I feel like we've seen you two mature. I feel like a parent. I watch you guys when you first make your first movie. Now you're making second. It's already made, and now we're gonna So when you become big, just remember us.
You buying their movies like giving them an allowance because you're like a parent. Did their chores, which is making a cool movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up. Again, sorry.
Carlo responded, says, I've worked with a lot of productions, and he worked with Stan Lee.
Oh, nice.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
I did. Leo filmed Stan Lee at Rhode Island Comic Con.
Yeah.
And then we get nothing in return. All right, that's cool. But anyways, I'm not bitter. So
no.
About that time, do you want to do the rundown?
Yeah, we can definitely do the. And he worked with Leonard Nimoy too. Holy crap! Leonard Nimoy.
I have a new friend.
I sent him I already sent him a friend request.
Wait for him to deny it. That's gonna be awesome.
Who's this guy? Click deny.
Yeah. Never. I can't be friends with gingers.
Yeah, Carlo, you must have some awesome stories. Yeah, I sent you a friend request, so yeah, it's we'll chat. Anywho.
Leo's got a crush.
Okay, I want to remind everybody we have a ton of information in the chat room, not chat room, the show notes down below or up above, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. If you are new to Tristan and Destiny, we urge you definitely check out Red Eye, and just check out Deranged Minds Entertainment. And Tony, you want to put that up again?
Right there.
There we go.
Actually, this was the backer one, right? Where did it get released other than this?
You can buy it on Amazon right now on DVD, and I believe Best Buy, Target. You can buy it on Walmart, all those websites.
Mm-hmm. What company put out the physical release?
The physical release was done by Terror Films and MVD Digital or MVD Entertainment, and then majority of our all our distribution is being taken care of by Terror Films.
Nice.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tristan and Destiny, where do you like people following you?
You can follow me on Instagram at livingdeadgirl_97 and you say yours.
Oh, mine's just Tristan Clay.
And then we're also on there at Deranged Minds Entertainment, and then on Facebook, Deranged Minds Entertainment, Inverted, Red Eye, and that's everything. Yeah.
Awesome. Hard to believe there was 96 Living Dead Girls before you. Nah, sorry, bad joke. Tony.
You can find me at Tony Has 9 Fingers on YouTube, where I do movie reviews and unboxings, and I talk about the movies behind me. Tony Has 9 Fingers on Twitter. Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I do show off the movies behind me. And, of course, here on The Dorkening every Tuesday night. Yo.
You can find me at Boy Meets Phone on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Yo Saint Laurent on those same social media channels. And, of course, you can find me here. Kevin?
A-Knuckle on Twitter and Instagram every Tuesday night here with these lovely people on Wicked Horror Show. I'm also part of Black and White Fright and Secret Underground Hideout. And all of those are on the Dorkening Podcast Network. Leo.
Yeah, so you have been watching the Wicked Horror Show on the Dorkening Podcast Network. If you don't have time to catch the live streams, make sure you check out the audio podcasts, which are all up on pretty much everywhere audio podcasts can be found. Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. Or just head on over to thedorkening.com for all the information there, including all the other shows on the network. Tons of awesome stuff going on. And if you're a horror video game fan that happens to like Castlevania, keep an eye out. We have a Castlevania event coming up starting March 8th, which is going to span across a bunch of shows on the network. And I got some awesome prizes for that. So some very cool stuff. But more
Infinity Gauntlet of the net, like for the network.
Yeah.
A bunch of shows.
It's going to be 8 shows, and we're like, one of the prizes is like the big Diamond Select figure, and nice. Steven has the NES game and the Super NES game, and a bunch of other stuff. The Amiibos, some Funkos, a record as well, Castlevania record or album. Record or album, I don't know.
Whatever.
More information that launches the 8th. Definitely check it out. But I want to thank you all for watching. Check out Deranged Minds Entertainment and Destiny and Tristan. And we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Peace.
Let me know.